Sean Penn is not someone who's known for being at a loss for words, especially when it comes to Donald Trump, and especially regarding Trump's previous administration in light of the impending one. But in this breaking story I'm going to show you in a few seconds, Sean Penn's words are going absolutely viral all over the place, and you have got to see this story. And when it comes to the pardon of Hunter Biden, Sean, without a doubt, has set this up already with many of the things he said in the recent past, like this.
To date, our feeling is that they have been responsive, and most appreciated was the immediate clarifying of principles that finally happened once the Biden administration took office.
That's not the worst news, because for that to happen, a lot of people didn't vote or give two shits, or they were too cynical. And so many of those guys on both sides are people of real devotion and service. Sure, one of the parties has also showed great public cowardice.
And, you asked him to work with Congress to bring Americans financial relief. As we know, that hasn't happened, at least in the second portion of the relief that needs to go to American citizens. As someone who's been on the ground for many catastrophes,
this is a level of incompetence, be it on a political level or on a human level, that few of us have ever seen that worked in any kind of crisis. This is one of the things that I just don't understand about where we are as a country, where those who support the president, it's virtually any crisis facing this president and his administration will be met with a level of incompetence that will cost lives. And then on top of that, to fuel the vitriol in ways that are so against any kind of kindness of spirit or spiritual belief or care, level of political obscenity like I've never seen before.
Angry used car salesman, failed magician in Vegas. I don't know what else I'd look at it as, but let's say one believes it would be awful, embarrassing, dangerous, numbing, stupefying, unloving of our children to elect Donald Trump president.
Car salesman, failed at everything, truthfully, and also unloving. That's a really good characterization of the way Donald Trump functions with regards to anyone that's outside of his bubble or anyone who isn't showing him just complete, absolute, sensationalized love. And in this breaking story, Sean Penn runs down, for many of us, exactly what we were feeling with regards to what might happen to Hunter Biden if he didn't pardon him. Here you go. Breaking story. Legendary actor Sean Penn enrages MAGA by boldly defending President Biden's pardon of his son Hunter and slamming the incoming Trump administration as a, in quotes, dangerous clown show. And it gets so much better. Sean continued with, I do not believe that Joe Biden, had he won the presidency, would have pardoned his son, said Penn. He said that Trump's dangerous win created a, quote, change of mind and circumstance for Biden. Continued in quotes, any father that didn't do that would have been remiss, Penn added. He stated that Biden is one of the finest people I know. Further quotes, I don't know if I want to have a beer with somebody who wouldn't have pardoned Hunter Biden being their son, said Penn. As he continued, in part because I am close with him, I have studied the case, Penn went on, and while there are technicalities within one of the cases that are associated with illegality, there is almost no precedent at all for the aggression with which Hunter was charged. He described the charges as, in quotes, one of the horrible hit jobs of all time. Penn then urged President Biden to issue even more pardons because, in quotes, it ain't January yet. Penn finished up with, I hope that it is also in President Biden's intentions to offer an ongoing concerted focus on people who have been wrongfully charged, overcharged, where the extenuating circumstances have not been fairly considered, and that there will be many more pardons that are better for the world than leaving people to toil in prison, he stated. I am someone who struggles a great deal in my life with hypocrisy. Sadly, it is one of the most flawed yet common human conditions I've seen in my entire lifetime. I think that's why I fight against it so vehemently. But hypocrisy needs to commonly be couched intelligently in that things are balanced and somewhat equal in terms of the principle of hypocrisy. And the truth of the matter is that if any parent setting politics and media and trying to be in the spin room and create clicks or retweets and all the crap that's going on with Elon Musk or anyone else, if you really stop and listen to anyone, someone in your office, someone at your country club, one of your friends, someone that's in a loose part of a circle you travel in, who actually talked about threatening, getting back at, taking retribution on people once they have the ring or the chair or the crown, metaphorically in any domain in the world, and your child was about to be set up and wind up in the line of fire of that retribution, I think if you had the ability to do it, especially when you look at the actual charges Hunter was convicted of, I think you'd probably find yourself realizing, yeah, that's not somebody who was at the January 6th Capitol riots tearing down our federal buildings. And you'd probably do what Joe Biden did as well. Good on Sean Penn. And folks, remember, stay frosty.